baseball fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
It is a final from American Family Field, and the results are good. A Brewers 6-2 victory, the biggest win of the year.
Oh, wow.
I'll explain, Tommy Wortz. There he is. My name is Tim Allen. Welcome in, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. As always, here live in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, a 6-2 victory. And Tommy, yes, the biggest win of the year. And I'll tell you why. Two reasons, two main reasons. Woody looked good.
Yes.
And they have an opportunity to take the series. This put them in a situation, put them in a spot to take the series and not just salvage a game tomorrow. Does that make sense?
Okay, I can get behind that. Now, I think the Woody news was big news today. He looked impressive, and it didn't look like he was battling through an injury to get to this point, or maybe they should have gave him one more spot up rehab start. No, Brandon Woodruff looked like he belonged today.
Slow ramp up helped Woody as he pitched in Game 5 of the 26th championship season. And as I said, the Brewers have an opportunity to take the series with Miz on the mound. That's the way you line it up. I mean, if you want to win a series, it's a pretty good bet. You got a chance with your number one starter out there because, quite frankly, will he end up being the number one starter the entire season? Maybe, maybe not. But right now he is. And coming off the performance on Thursday, fanning 11 and setting a franchise record, well, Brewers should be in a good spot tomorrow, 12:40 first pitch. A lot to get to tonight. We're going to hear from Brandon Woodruff. We're going to hear from manager Pat Murphy. I want to get your guys' reaction here on this one on the Nicolay Law talking text line, 414-677-1250. That's 414-677-1250 as you come out of American Family Field. All right, roster move earlier today. Jefferson Caro sent down, Tommy. You had this on the leadoff show. And Luis Matos activated for this one, but not in the lineup.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting because usually when you see those moves, the corresponding move is to put them in the lineup, get them acclimated right away. Pat Murphy in pregame today had said he hasn't played a game since the 23rd, so it's been a little bit over a week. Wanted to get him just a couple of hacks in BP. I would be shocked if he is not in the lineup tomorrow based on what the Brewers do and treating Wednesdays, day games, kind of like a Sunday lineup, get Matos some playing time.
Well, and the other news of the day, Jesus Madej will start the season at AA Biloxi. I think that's significant, guys. It is. Because, it's rare that a player makes the jump from AA to the bigs. Once you get to AAA, though, all bets are off. I mean, it's a phone call away. So Madej announced, Tommy, that he's going to go to Biloxi.
Well, I think that there's a couple other ones that are pretty shocking. Having a 19-year-old figure things out in AA and taking your time with him doesn't really shock me all that much. But Andrew Fisher, if you got some time to get up to Appleton, him still being at the high A level, I can't imagine he will be there that long if everything goes as planned with Andrew Fisher. You can still go see Luis Pena over there and some of the other notable ones to know. Cooper Pratt obviously has been up with AAA. He's got his deal done. We talked about that yesterday, played back our interview with him on the leadoff show today as well, if you want to go back and check some of that out. The Brewers farm absolutely loaded, Tim. And I have to go double check because I was so locked into this Brewers game. Shane Drowan made the start today for Nashville. So I would love to see how things panned out for him. Let me go double check.
Get an update on that here in just a bit. Again, Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250 as the Brewers get a 6-2 victory. What were your responses or reactions to Brandon Woodruff today He topped out at 95. That was great news. Guys, just great news for Woody. I was nervous coming into this, but I was on with John Kuhn earlier today, and he had asked me, well, what would be your or mine, in this case, my expectations for Woody today? And I said, 5 innings, it'd be okay for 3 runs, but 5 innings, 2 runs, I'd take that.
Yeah, I would take
Bingo.
that. Absolutely.
And he got it. 6 punch outs as well.
It was a great day for Woodruff, and I think the velocity is what everyone wanted to keep track of during that as well, because of how alarming it was last time we had saw him pitch just a couple of weeks ago in Arizona. The velocity dropping to the high 80s, right, in the 4th inning. Can't have that, Brandon Woodruff.
No, and it looked like we're going to hear from him. I can't wait to hear from him, so stick around. We'll get you some audio from inside that clubhouse, but in the meantime, let's walk you through how this victory turned out. This was a huge win. I was rather emotional in this one, and just for the reasons I spelled out, Woody's performance, and then all you would want against a Rays team that can be little gnats at you, man. They can. As a Brewer fan, I think when you play the Rays, you kind of get the feel of what it might be like facing your favorite team.
Mm-hmm.
They might be talking about the little gnats in Milwaukee, down in Tampa on their post-game show right now. We should call into their post-game show.
That Rays post-game show, I'm sure, is electric every night. I can't.
Do they have one?
Do they have to have a post-game show 40 minutes away from their home stadium too, or is it?
I mean, we might want to check that out, and we'll pick a team maybe to call into their post-game show.
Well, okay, I love this idea. Wait, I will see if I can find the Rays post-game show.
All right, first inning. Rinse and repeat for Brewers pitchers this year.
Dude, this is getting annoying. First inning home runs. This isn't just this year, Tim. This is how last year ended too. Like Michael Bush. All I can think of is Michael Bush every first inning. And
just first inning.
Shohei Ohtani, same deal. Like this is how it ended in 2025, and now it's following them in 26.
It just seems like such a buzzkill, and I've used this example so many times over the years. It's Alfonso Soriano in that leadoff spot for the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
At then Miller Park hitting a first inning home run. And then it sucks that you have to say, hey, can you put up a 0 in the first inning and see what happens? Anybody. And it didn't happen again today as Woody allowed a solo shot. So the Brewers immediately down. He would punch out a pair, though. One helped on a challenge from Contreras. More on challenges and reviews as we move along here tonight. The Brewers went in order in the bottom of the first. No answer. 2 more strikeouts in the second inning for Woody. 4th through the 2. Velo 94 to that point. And, walk by Sanchez did break up the perfect game for McClanahan. Base runner early for Woody, but he put zeros on for the 3rd and 4th leadoff hitters on. Now I'm trying. One of them was Chandler Simpson. I'm trying to decide throughout this series who I hate more.
Oh, God.
Billy Hamilton or Chandler Simpson.
CB Buckner. That's the correct answer.
That one's coming. That one's on its way. But those guys, wow. I think Simpson's a good player, man.
Well, in left field, I mean, you would think with a guy with that speed, you should put him in center, but anything ripped to left field is a routine fly ball for that guy, too. Anything ripped.
Seems like it. He seems to have a better bat than Billy Hamilton.
He's never hit a major league homer, Chandler Simpson.
Yet.
Yeah, God, yeah. Did I just do that? Did I just do that for tomorrow?
If I were Kevin Cash tomorrow morning, I'd have him in that lineup. Tomorrow morning, when you set your lineup, just put Simpson up in that first inning. He'll get his first major league home run. The way this is going, so through the 3rd and 4th, had to work around some traffic, but Woody did not allow another run. into the bottom of the fourth. The Brewers offense nowhere to be found. No hitter alert as the Brewers were empty in that fourth inning. And the leadoff man on again in the fifth inning. Fortes struck again. So a couple of solo home runs for Brandon Woodruff. But he got out of that inning and 5 innings and just the 2 runs allowed to the bottom of the fifth inning, where the Brewers woke up a little bit. Sanchez would work his second walk of the game. 1 out later, a base hit by Lockridge. Another out later with 2 outs, Joey Ortiz a walk. And then Bryce Terang, the guy you want up there in that situation, really mid-game, and no hitter busted up, perfect game busted up. How about they bust up the shutout? But this is a crazy, crazy game, they say.
And that's a base hit to right. 1 runs in. Lockridge coming home to tie the game. He will. Throw goes to second. They've got Terang and a rundown. Terang racing towards second base, and he's tagged out. As the tag was applied, the ball popped loose, but it was on the exchange. They will not count the run at home. And Pat Murphy is going to go out and talk with the second base umpire.
Well, he went out and talked with him, Tim, and after some further review and some discussion, this is what they came to.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner will remain at second base. Milwaukee retains their challenge.
Wow, that's just crazy. Now, what exchange? I mean, that was the final out of the inning. There shouldn't have been any exchange. That ball popped loose. They made the right call there, Tommy.
Absolutely, and there was no right, like you said, there's no exchange. There was no hand coming in to touch it. Like, the ball pops out when the glove went down and the glove pops up. If the Jake Bauers single was a single yesterday, like that was an out, or that not an out, the same way.
Yeah, so 3 runs come in. It goes down as a 2-run base hit for Bryce Terang. Is he something good and special this year?
Absolutely. Wow. Yeah. Coming in also as well from Justin in Kansas City. Sign Terang. How much money do you think it will take? The answer is a lot at this point, Justin.
And again, did I not ask you that question last night? Would he take Nico Horner money right now?
No. He's going to make more.
Wouldn't?
He's going to make more. He's the best. How much does the best player at a position make? Because he should make it.
Still, I mean, what we come to? What did Horner get?
134? Yeah, 134, something like that. 6 years, 134. Bryce Terang makes.
Who in their right frame of mind on God's green earth is going to pass up that kind of money?
Guy who's going to make more than that. Would you rather have 135 or 150 million? Which one would you rather have?
You're just, we can't relate though. That's an impossible question for us.
I guess. Yes.
I mean, I would just beware of, I almost swore, things happen in life. Things happen in baseball, and I would hate to have someone, it's probably occurred a time or two. I can't cite an example here quite yet, but I'm sure some professional athlete has regretted not taking a deal at some point, somewhere.
I would love to give Bryce Terang Cooper Pratt money. Like that's what I would love to do right now, but he's not going to take that either.
Well, sure. But man, Bryce Terang he is just dynamite.
A stud.
Okay. So it's overturned. 3 runs are in. The Brewers take a 3-run lead, and we'll take that at that point. That ran McClanahan as well. McClanahan's an interesting story. Had Tommy John a couple of years ago, then had a biceps or triceps injury. After that, he's missed a couple of years, but he looked good for a while, and he is a dynamite pitcher. But Brewers finally got to him, and a 3-2 victory, or a 3-2 lead at that time. Shutdown inning. Jared Koenig, get out there and get a shutdown inning. That was huge because the Brewers added to the lead in the bottom half with 2 outs. Gary Sancho put the Brewers up by 2.
Sanchez, way back and way gone.
Well, there it is. Brewers TV on that call. So it's 4-2 at that point. Bowers would come up with it was a base hit, but it was an out, and then it was a replay, and then it was CB Bucknor. What was he looking at?
Not the game. At least I know that much. Must have been a cutie in the front row.
Was he looking at front row Amy or something?
He could have been, because he was not looking at the base. I mean, and just to have the confidence to make the completely wrong call. I mean, you gotta just respect CB.
If anything, Tommy, if you caught yourself eyes wandering somewhere, if anything on a play like that, wouldn't you just say safe?
Well,
you just gambled that he missed the base just out of nowhere.
If you guys don't like ABS, just wait till CB Bucknor, who's behind the plate tomorrow. Just that's going to happen. It's going to be rough. So I'm just warning you right now.
Oh, but wait, there's more, because the Brewers challenged, and obviously it was overturned. Why it took that long was really beyond belief as well. Game crazy. Lockridge up next. Bowers steals second, and Breckenridge comes through again.
Fly ball right center. Headed towards the gap, and is in the gap and off the wall. Lockridge delivers again. It's 5-2.
Looks like the call to have him break camp over Blake Perkins is working out just swimmingly, isn't it?
Yeah, I texted my dad. I said, "Is Brandon Lockridge good?" And he was like, "So far, so good.
So far,
so good."
Frelick then would end up reaching on an infield single to put 2 on with 2 outs and 2 in that 6th inning. Homer single, double single, and it brought up Joey Ortiz, but he would ground out. So the Brewers, with some insurance there, took a 5-2 lead into the 7th inning, and neither team would score in that 7th inning. Grant Anderson threw a bunch of pitches, but put up a 0. And it was into the 8th inning where Abner Uribe had to work around a little traffic, but got out of that. So holding that 2-run lead, Brewers were looking for more. Tommy, it was your guy, so I'll have you bring in the highlight.
Barry Bonds to the plate.
Bowers a fly ball to right. Fraley back, and it is gone! Insurance for the Brewers on Bowers' 2nd of the year.
I mean, some of us knew he had it in him already. Some of us knew this.
30-30 guy.
Oh,
well,
I mean,
look at him on the base pass.
Dude.
We just should name him the Cheetah.
J.K. Bautani. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it with everyone on the team here.
All right, and so Uribe did pitch that scoreless top half, and then what are you going to do with a 4-run lead? Maybe it's a DL Hall, maybe it's a Woodford. No. Angel Serpa had to get it done in the 9th inning. I think that's respect to that Rays team by Murph. He just was not comfortable. So there it is, a 6-2 Brewers victory. They even up the series at a game apiece. Want to get your reaction mainly on the Brandon Woodruff outing. You feel a little bit better about Woody heading into the 26 championship season. Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show right here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. All right, a 6-2 Brewers victory. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz. Now, I apologize. I was yakking and flapping my yap, and we see you on hold there. We're gonna hold you through. This is a hard break, and we have to break on this one. So we will rapid fire phone calls. I promise you, Dave, Noah, Mike's. We see you all there. Bill in Iron River. We see you all there. We're gonna get to you right after the break here. You got a quick text in on that Nicolay Law text line?
Yeah, hi. I can do one real quick. Hello from Omaha, Nebraska. Not giving my name. I'm an old Milwaukee person. I've been gone a long time, and we don't get radio broadcasts out here, so I'll listen for a little for some reason. Thank you, guys. Enjoyable. Bye-bye. You have a great premium fielder out here that can hit for average, power, and speed. Great show. Go Brewers. That coming from Darren in the Northwoods as
Darren.
well.
All right, Darren, thank you. All right, we'll take a break and be back. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show. Your calls coming up next.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
A 6-2 Brewers victory to take game 2 of this 3-game set. We'll get to your calls here in just a second. Time for the insurance run of the game. And yeah, it was a big one. And I know this is very near and dear to your heart. Our insurance run of the game brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. Tommy, this was your insurance man.
My insurance man. If I could get a quote today, if it wasn't from G2 Insurance, it would be from this guy.
Bowers, a fly ball to right. Fraley back, and it is gone. Insurance for the Brewers on Bowers' second of the year.
Well, he hit 7 of them in spring training. Second one this year. High towering shot. Just out of the reach of Fraley and right.
You know what it's like? It's like in Major League when Serrano is like beautiful white ball in blue sky. Every time when Jake Bauers hits a homer, it feels majestic. And in sports, you want a teammate who has been there before. In Wisconsin, that teammate is G2 Insurance Services. They aren't just an agency. They are your friend in insurance. Whether you're a business owner needing a specialized BOP or a homeowner protecting your family, G2 builds relationships on honesty and value. That's what Jake is literally all about. From auto and home to complex commercial coverage, Tom and the team at G2 Insurance have been the neighborhood pros since 2004. Don't get caught without a game plan. Call G2 Insurance Services today at 262-784-0644 or visit g2ins.com.
Okay, I think for Jake Bauers, it's the guitar playing that has turned the tide here for him. Yeah, he told us in Arizona that he picked up a new hobby, and that is a guitar he bought in, February, he told us?
Yeah, something like that. It was really new.
Yeah, so we're waiting on his call to give lessons. He said contact his agent.
He's going to be too big time for us. This is what's going to happen. Jake's going to forget where he came from.
Nicolay Law Talking text line time for you guys at 414-677-1250. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz. And our leadoff hitter is going to be Dave in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Dave, welcome to the postgame show.
All right. Thanks for taking my call, guys. Let's start off with top 3 tonight with an honorable mention. We have Tim Allen, the best host in Milwaukee. Let's go. Give it up. And then we have number 2 coming in, Brandon Woodruff. What Brewers pitcher doesn't give up a big home run? And then number 3, you have Cedric Mullins choking tonight. And I was yelling at him all night. So if anybody has a photo or video of him tipping his cap to me, send it to me, please.
Okay. Now hold on. Now I've razzed players in my younger days. There's no question about it. There's a dude. Oh man, it was. I want to say it was Ed Sprague of the Blue Jays. Now, not the pitcher Ed Sprague. His father, who played a position player, and I remember we got on him. So, what's your phone number, Eddie? It's 543. He ended up getting thrown from the game, arguing balls and strikes later on in the game, and we just let him have it. But I think even at that time, Dave, and you can relate to this, you can't drop F-bombs. You can't get personal. You can't go after family members. I don't know. There's been some yo mama jokes over the years, and I think players have tended not to appreciate that too much. So you kept it within reason, right?
And I did. And it was just Cedric or Mullins. And then when they took him out of the game, I waited until the batter came up and had his first strike. And I said, Cedric, where'd you go? And he tipped his hat. He didn't turn back and look at me, but he tipped his hat in the dugout so I could see where he was.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll give you credit then for an assist on that. In fact, we'll give you an RBI, Dave.
All right. And then the honorable mention goes to Jake Bowers. Let's go, baby.
All right.
How does he got to crack the top three, man?
What does he have to do?
Stud. Thanks for the call, Dave.
Thank you,
guys.
Dave. Yep, you got it. Let's go to Noah. Noah, you're next. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show.
Hey, what's up, Timmy? It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's great to have you back, Noah.
I'll start off by saying this. So tonight I was at work, so I wasn't able to watch most of the game. One thing I will say, and this is kind of a cool thing. I got to tonight at work. We were doing a large catering order for the Tampa Bay Rays. And I went and dropped that order off. And right as I was pulling up to the ballpark to drop off all the food that we had, was right as they were overturning the Cedric Mullins drop ball play. So like right as I'm pulling up to the ballpark, I just hear the stadium erupt from the review call being overturned. Nice. So that was pretty cool. As far as Woodruff, you brought that up. I was incredibly concerned about the velocity. That's something, especially considering we saw it go down a tick when he came back last season from where he was before the injury. And then, this spring, seeing where it was at in the high 80s, was really worried, but good to see him get the velocity up. Definitely gives me hope for him, this season. The thing is that I'm very curious to see how the Brewers manage him this season, because the last two seasons he's pitched in, he didn't make it to the end of the season and didn't get to pitch in the postseason. And now, you got him starting the fifth game of the season. I'm worried a little bit about the longevity, but you know, in Hook and in Murph, we trust. So
absolutely. Noah, in your mind, what's that number? 25 starts, 20 starts?
What do I want to see him to get to?
Right. If he's healthy and you're managing because you want to save him to October, just out of curiosity, what's a number that you would say, okay, I'd take that?
I think if I can get somewhere between 20 and 25 out of Woody, considering all the depth that we have at the starting pitching position, you throw in, a couple starts from like a Logan Henderson or a Robert Gasser, depending on how the rotation shapes up throughout the year. You've got options where if you want to stretch Woody out a little bit, if I can get between 20 and 25, I'm happy, as long as that is not because of him being injured, but because of them managing him.
Yeah, that's the best point. All right, Noah, great to have you back. I'm going to agree with you. Thanks, man. We'll talk all year long. The 20 to 25, if a good chunk of those starts are in the back half and into the postseason, I think it makes that number even better.
I think the 20 to 25 is the regular season, and then when your name is called after October 1st, like that's what is all that matters with Brandon Woodruff, right? You'd like to see him be a part of about 20 to 25 starts, and then anytime you need him after October 1st.
And you're seeing maybe a little change. Maybe the Dodgers are ahead of this curve a little bit in holding back the number of starts that these guys get. You notice that last year, all of a sudden, just poof, all their starters are healthy all of a sudden.
Yeah.
When they weren't in a regular rotation, it was sporadic throughout the mid and late season for the Dodgers last year. And then bam, September comes around and everyone seems to be on regular rotation. Maybe that might be a new trend in baseball. We'll see. And certainly with an injured history for Woody, that might be the way to go.
Well, Tommy and Stallis bringing it up on the Nicolay Law Talking text line. You can call in or text in at 414-677-1250. I feel like the Brewers slow played Woo. We were freaking out about sub-90s fastball, but he just didn't open up in the public eye. They got him ready in the labs, and that's why Murph looked like the cat that ate the canary in the pregame while talking about Woody when they, quote, released his secret weapon.
Yeah, and quite frankly, do you trust veteran pitchers that throw 93 to 95? There's a ton of them I do. Why couldn't he be one of those?
Oh, I mean, yeah,
he's
think of like a I don't want to compare him to a Maddox or something, but he's becoming a pitcher with this too. And he did hit 95 today, by the way.
He did.
So I mean the velocity, down from 98, but 95 still effective. And you saw a couple of the challenges today. I mean, he was painting the black all day too.
Yep. And it's accuracy, and it's reading the hitters. I think that's fascinating. This was a good win. This was a big win. Biggest win of the year. Brewers now 4-1. Nicolay Law talking text line back to you guys. We'll go to Brewer Mike. Brewer Mike, there's another Mike, and we'll get to the other Mike in just a second here. But what's going on, Mike?
Oh, Tim, I'm telling you, I got so much on my mind. First of all, I'm going to the game tomorrow, and I am wearing my umpire gear because Hernandez is going to be behind the plate, and I am going to try to get behind the plate. Somehow, in some way, I'm going to try to get behind the plate.
You remember that dude years ago that was getting in everyone's team pictures, getting on the field?
Mm-hmm.
He'd be jumping out of the stands as an NFL ref. He'd be an umpire hanging out on the field. He'd be in a uniform getting in team pictures with these teams.
I'm going to try. So
be
watch
careful.
the game. I'll be careful. Maybe Noah will be sitting next to front row Amy. So, second of all, Bowers. I'm with your buddy there.
Yeah.
Bowers is going to hit 40 home runs this year.
He might steal 40 bags. He's on base. He's on the same
I don't know
base.
about 40 bags, but I'm going to go 40 homers and how about 25 steals?
Oh, man. Dude, he's going to get MVP votes? Is that what we're saying here right now? Jake Bauer's going to get MVP votes?
He may. I mean, he's a beast.
Guys.
And that guy, I hate him, man. His hair is too perfect.
And perfect hair on top of it.
It's like his hair didn't even move.
Oh, man.
He's like Fabio.
Well, they're going to have to depend on him a little bit more, obviously, when you're without Churio and Vaughn. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting, though, when we get all our guys back. And that's what I was going to ask you, Tim. I'm scratching my head. Why are we out getting all these guys from different teams when we have Tyler Black? Is Tyler Black, no pun intended, blacklisted on our team?
Well, and funny you bring that up, too, Brewer Mike. He homered today in Nashville.
Well, I'm a Tyler Black fan, okay? And I don't know, and I hope Murph's listening, and I hope the Brewers are listening. What's going on, guys?
Where are you going to play him? Where are you going to play him, Mike? That's the thing. There's a log jam.
But why are they getting Pocono and Jesus Mayo or Mato or whatever? Why are they getting these guys from other teams? And Tyler Black's just raking.
That's the way they have to do it. You know that. That's the
I
way
know,
this organization has to function.
Jim, it's not right. And one other quick thing, and I know I'm not going to be real positive on this, but I'm watching right now. Well, what team do you think's on TV right now?
The Dodgers, West Coast.
No.
Oh, what do you got?
The Yankees.
Mm.
The Yankees in Seattle. I am so sick of the Yankees. And you know what? They can have Brian Anderson because Jeff Levering should sign a contract with the Brewers as their play-by-play guy with Bill Shorter.
You know what?
Both great.
Brewer Mike, I'm not no shade at Brian Anderson, but I completely agree. Like Jeff Levering is just unreal on the mic.
Jeff Levering,
huge fan.
Jeff Levering is like Matt Vasgersian, except he's a little lower key, but he gets excited, and I hate to say it, I'm done with Brian Anderson because the guy's taking everyone's job. I mean, Tim and I, we went for broadcasting, and look what we're doing now. I'm retired, but Tim's doing a sports show where I bet Tim would love to have been like the Brewers play-by-play announcer because he'd do a damn good job.
Well, for sure. As an analyst, I've been in the booth for one inning. All right, Mike, we got to let you loose. In terms of broadcasting an actual MLB game, Tommy, I don't know if you know this. There was a spring training game that was on the Oakland A's radio network.
Yeah.
And they invited me in for an inning.
Was it with Catronio?
You know what? Honestly, I don't even. It was like 2008.
Yeah, I think he was there for 20 years. Yeah, I think in like 2 years ago, it was probably with Catronio.
It may have been him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. I wish I had a recording of it. I don't. But yeah, no. So I agree with you. But on the Jeff Levering, I'm a huge fan, Mike. However, the BA, I got to disagree. The dude is a consummate pro. He's one of the best all-around sports broadcasters in the nation.
Absolutely. And the national draw
if
for
not
him.
The best all around.
100% get it. I just totally sympathize with you. I think Jeff Levering is unreal, and I would love to listen to him as much as possible.
Let's go to another Mike on that Nicolay Law Talking text line at 414-677-1250. Brewers win tonight, 6-2. Tim, Tommy on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Hello, Mike.
And Mike St. Francis, you're up.
Yep. Thanks for taking my call. When the Brewers lose, I expected them to win, and when they win, I expected them to lose tonight because McClanahan
That's why you play the games, yeah.
Lights out for the first 4 innings, but we got to them, so that's good. Three players highlighted. I just want to mention I've been following Bauer since New York Yankees days. I don't know why the Yankees gave him up. He's like a mini-me Aaron Judge or Paul O'Neill to me, but I expect good things out of Bowers for the rest of the year. I was very high on him coming to the Brewers. I was very excited to have him on our team. Lockridge's walk-up song is Whitesnake, so I was interested. I'm dating myself because that's my era of baseball. Whitesnake is his walk-up song, so I really like him a lot. And I think, it's just like, who is the weakest hitting link on this team? Is it Sanchez? Is it Lockridge? Is it Hamilton? Who cares right now? It's early in the season. These guys have time to grow. And it's just fun to watch. And honorable mention here, shout out to Austin in Virginia. You may know him. He's listening on the iHeartRadio app tonight. And best of luck to you guys, and have a great night.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I believe Austin has checked in with us over the past few years. So, Austin, thank you for listening out east. And I mean, that's where technology, Tommy, is our friend.
Absolutely.
Normally, technology is against me.
Oh, it still is. It still is.
Right now, it is just punching me, pummeling me.
Hey, we're on video. Do you like that?
I hate it. We're going to play What's in Tim's Pocket in just a second here. Seriously, this was totally not planned. I'm going to show you what an up on years type of fella keeps in his vest pocket.
Up on years type of fella. Okay.
See, that's just old.
That's just old in old man speak. That's not even you trying to help. It actually it dated you even harder by saying it like that. Want to go a couple here on the text line. Big Dog Chase wanted to say goodnight at 9:00. By the way, it was past his bedtime. Just want to give him his love every time he texts in. 262 said R.I.P. Joey O's hitting streak.
That's right. It did end today.
It was at 2. We were getting excited. We were right there. But can't wait for tomorrow's challenges from both teams with CB Buckner behind home plate. I'm setting the over under at 10. That comes with Patrick and Hubertus. Do you want to? I kind of want to take the over, Tim. If it's, I think the last game he had 10. I think he might get more. He missed like 26 calls or something, according to ump scorecards last game. He was behind the plate.
A couple of replay challenges tonight. There was various ABS challenges. There was one challenge that was too late from Contreras late in the game, and they wouldn't let him have it because he didn't do it immediately after the pitch.
Yeah.
So just a weird game. You had texted me this game is drunk.
The game was drunk. That game was all over the place. From the 224, Ken and River West, that is, while it isn't a save situation, I love seeing Serpa get the opportunity to pitch in the ninth. Dude has the mentality for high leverage, and he proved that in the WBC. That was from Ken and River West. You were bringing it up with Serpa. Maybe it was in the beginning of the show, but I know yesterday and the day before we've been talking about him too.
Geez, he's it looks like wow. The other thing would be when you don't have to go to McGill as heavy as you may have in the past year or two. So that keep that in mind as well, where Uribe, Serpa, early indications say Uribe, Serpa, and Trevor McGill. You're okay with any one of them locking down a one-run save. I'm fine with it. All right, let's take a break here. We'll come back. Still to come, Pat Murphy. I want to hear from Brandon Woodruff. Think about this during the break. It's not just that Woody pitched great. It's how he's going to respond to this type of outing. Because this is a little bit different than Cactus League. This is a little bit different than build-up. Soft on-ramp, if you will. This is going to be how that arm and that body responds to this. So be on the watch for that in the next few days. And all indications are if he's going to throw like this, the Brewers did the right thing in having him break camp with the club. A 6-2 victory to take game 2 of this 3-game series as Jake Bauers a home run, Sanchez a homer. I would give Bryce Terang 3 runs on that single, but they gave him a 2-run base hit. Lockridge pitching in a little bit more. Maybe the reason why he broke camp over Blake Perkins. Talking some Brewers baseball tonight, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
This was a good game for any number of reasons. First of which, it's a win. You start there, Tommy Wortz.
I agree.
That's where it's like. But it's a win because it gives you a chance to win the series with Miz on the mound. Then you go a little bit deeper, next level down. And then it's Brandon Woodruff. 5 innings, 2 runs. You'd have taken that. Would you take 5 innings and 2 runs allowed for Brandon Woodruff? Would you have taken that before the game started?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Absolutely. Then the Brewers lead the league in 3-run or more innings this year. That is another great sign, because what it tells us is when they're getting a no-hitter thrown at them through 4 innings, hold the phone, just hold on, because they'll any time they're going to woodpeck you. And here's another reason: a mix of keep the line moving and the long ball. Played pretty good defense today. So there were a number of factors involved in a big win. Let's get Bill in here before we hear from Pat Murphy, our buddy Bill in Iron River. What's going on, Bill?
Hey, Tim. It's good to listen to you again, and I want to make a couple of points here. First thing is about Big Woo, and I would say what he brings to this team is more than just what he performs on the mound. And I think that young rotation needs a crafty veteran like him to keep them in focus. Just seems to me that would be a big plus for this rotation.
That's a good point.
The other thing is, this is kind of a technical issue, and I never hear it mentioned, but I listen to you on a smart speaker. Of course, I have internet service, but if people want to listen to you and they're like that individual in Nebraska, he'd be able to just tune in just by asking for it. I just wanted to pass that along as a tip to other people out here. Have a good night.
Yep. You too, Bill. He's right, Tommy, that's where the technology comes in.
Yeah, there's a lot of great ways you can listen. You can watch us as well. You go to a couple different things here. Best Brewers Coverage is where you get the podcast form after. You can also get that searching the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show, but as there is not an abundance of episodes, it's kind of hard to find that. So I'm recommending Best Brewers Coverage. Now, also what you should do is on the socials, Facebook and on Twitter, follow at WI Sports Radio, because I will post every single night, me directly. You can yell at me if it doesn't happen. The direct link to the post game the next morning, every single day. That's where it is. Go to wisportsradio.com/listen. You can listen live during that stretch. If you want to watch, you can go to youtube.com/@WI Sports Radio, and you can watch live. All of this also live streamed on the Twitter page as well, at WI Sports Radio, if you want to go check it out while it's live. Plus, follow those social medias, because the episodes are posted immediately after. I do not leave until everything is posted. I just have a post that gets generated out in the morning, the next morning of. My main goal is that anyone who wants to hear, who wants to watch, who wants to listen can do that to this show. I promise you.
And if you need help doing that, you can text us and ask us questions on that Nicolay Law Talking text line. So if you're like me, getting your ass kicked with technology, can we just shake hands and do business anymore? Why do we have to log in and security codes and authenticators?
I'm going to send you an AI handshake on my app right here.
Oh my gosh. I wish, can we roll the next person that hires me, I want a handshake, an agreement, and that's it. That's all I want to do. And then here and then I want to check. I don't even want direct deposit. I want on Fridays, I want to go in and pick up my check.
As a Cudahy guy, I have a theory that direct deposit killed local bars. Like you can't go cash the checks at the bars anymore, and direct deposit killed it.
Used to be in Las Vegas, they'd give you like $25 to come in and cash your payroll check. We know why. All right, well, let's get to Pat Murphy. Also, those of you watching at home, I was curious. I was reaching around in my pocket here since we're talking about the video here. I think you'd be surprised what you might find in my pocket. Do you keep things? What's in your pocket, Tommy?
Right now, my wallet.
Okay.
And my AirPods and my car keys.
That's it.
That's all I got. Oh God, we better.
This is going to be embarrassing. Let's get to Murphy, and then if we have time, we'll see what's in my pocket. Okay, here's Pat Murphy talking about Big Woo, as Bill put it, but nice 6-2 win.
What do we got, guys? Murphy, Woodruff kind of faced some loud contact in the first inning. What did you think about the way he got through 5?
Oh, he was great. I mean, that's a pitcher, like that guy. I don't know how many pitches did he throw? 70? 67 pitches. How many fastballs? Had to be 59, 57, something like that.
Including cutters?
Well,
I think it couldn't have been more than 8 breaking balls.
Yeah, it couldn't have been.
2 breaking balls.
How many changeups?
9.
11. It's pretty amazing, Kelly. Yeah. To pitch like that, I mean, pretty special. I thought he was great. I thought William did a great job with him. I know you hear me always say that, but it's real. William did a great job with him.
What do you make of him being at this point in his career, and the fastball's not 97, 98, 99, and he's throwing the fastballs more, and he's effective with it?
Because he can pitch. He's a pitcher. That still works. Guys that can pitch still, and have movement, and he does, So it was, for me, that was really exciting, really exciting. Great pitching performance.
How much of that for him is, it's 3 different fastballs. How much of it is knowing when to throw which fastball based on what he's seeing?
It's what he feels and what he sees. It's like he really has a feel for hitter swings and reading swings and in and out, up, down. He dots that bottom. It's really good, and I thought it was special. And, unsung heroes, there's many of them always, but Koenig and Anderson coming in and getting that 6th and 7th were huge. We might have left Woody if it wasn't such a long inning and the challenges and whatever else we had going on in that inning.
Mark, if not, would Woody have continued?
Yeah, he would.
Physically.
Yeah, he would have. He wanted it. We told him he was going back out. So, yeah.
How have you liked overall just the way your relievers have thrown? Probably this came out in the 5. Overall,
that's the way we've always done it. But if you keep going 4 and 5, you're going to have some tired relievers. So we're not going to force guys to go more than that. But if the game calls it, but we certainly need starters to sometimes go deeper than that.
McClanahan was pretty good. He opened the door a little bit, and then
pretty
Terang,
good. Pretty good.
Better than pretty good. But he opened the door a little bit, and then Terang, lefty on lefty, does what he does.
Yeah, Bryce has come so far, to have 3 out of 4 great at bats and key, clutch, the whole thing. He's special right now, man. It's really been fun to watch and be part of it. To see him build that confidence and belief system that he has right now, it's amazing. And that, just a key hit, and that was against that kid. McClanahan was great. It wasn't just good. He was landing 4 pitches. Couldn't get anything started. Wouldn't walk us.
How about Gary Sanchez as well? Being one of the only guys.
He told me. He said, "Hey, Murphy, our leading home run hitter on the team."
Yeah.
You gotta love that.
Can you explain the challenge on the Terang? Did you have to get a clarification of what the call was?
Yeah, I had to clarify what it was. And
give the umpire credit. Dan, he was great. He just said, hey, Murph, what they're calling is that he had control of the ball with the tag. Now, I'm going to give you time to, if you got to tell me if you're going to challenge it. I'm going to give you the 15 seconds to challenge it. That's it. I had to get clarification on the call. Once I did, our guy said, go ahead and challenge it. So I challenged it.
The other challenge was a little different.
The touching first base thing. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to criticize people for their deal. I mean, it was something he thought happened, so I'm not going to, criticize that.
Well,
Not going to
Why
criticize.
not?
You want us to do it for you? What a terrible call, CB.
What were you looking at, Buckner?
Oh, my God, dude. I didn't know Jim Joyce came back to ump.
Bowers stepped in the middle of the bag.
There's never been a more clear step. In a tutorial of how to step on first base, it's a video of Jake Bowers.
I get if you missed the sight line or something, but on a play like that, it'd be a high percentage that the runner touched that bag.
I would love to know where we got all these advanced analytics. What percent of the base was covered by Jake's foot on that one? That's what I want to know. It's over 70%.
Real quick, Woody is dominating at home, and so are the Brewers when he pitches.
Yes, over the last 25 games, Brandon Woodruff 15-1 at American Family Field with a 2.20 ERA. The Brewers 22-3 over those games, Tim.
After a 6-2 victory, impressive numbers there. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. We'll hear from the Brewers right-hander Brandon Woodruff after the break here live in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz after a Brewers 6-2 victory and just a huge win, biggest win of the season. Before we get to Woody, I told you we'd find out. We found out what Tommy has in his pocket.
We got guesses on the Nicolay Law Talking text line.
Okay.
MK Milwaukee Scott, my guess of what's in Tim's pocket. A guitar pick, one nickel.
Always a guitar pick, always. Yes.
One nickel, one penny, one single, one $5 bill, one lighter. I mean, he might have just nailed it right there.
He nailed a few of them. He did. All right, so I started out with a little cursor here. It's for a piece of gear I have in the studio. It's a little, I don't know what you call these things.
What is that?
It's a little stick thing.
Like a stylus?
Stylus.
Okay, all right,
not
all
a
right.
cursor.
Yeah,
Stylus.
I know what you mean.
Okay.
Like for an iPad or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I got it.
For my Comrex. All right, so a digital recorder.
Yep.
So be careful, I might get you. And then here's other good ones.
What are the napkins?
These are things you just find around the house. All right, this is a converter from headphones into my my cell phone.
Dongle. Yeah, I got you.
That is a paper clip.
You never know when there's going to be two pieces of paper you got to stick next to each other. Yeah, okay, all right.
A floss stick.
A used one or?
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe.
Oh,
maybe.
God, Tim. Throw it away.
There's the guitar pick, one of them. Some sort of computer converter thingy. I don't know what this is. I got it with my new computer. I have no idea what this is.
Okay, good to keep it around, yeah.
A nickel.
One nickel? What's a nickel?
I was going through some old mail and I forgot to do a mail-in ballot for some election back in February. It's a little sticker that says I voted by mail.
Have you changed your pants since then?
No, this is my vest pocket I wear all the time.
Oh my God.
This I can't identify. It's a little piece of plastic. It broke off of something. I don't know where.
It's garbage. It's just garbage. Okay. Yeah. All right.
This is a wooden nickel, a Moose Club free drink chip.
Okay. Never know when you're going to need that, except only at one location. Yeah.
Another guitar pick, another nickel, and finally a thumb drive.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're wearing, it's bulletproof, your vest. That's what you're saying with all the stuff in there.
Just things you find around. Okay, so there's that. That's why I hate this video, because you do stupid stuff like this. All right, so we'll hear from Brandon Woodruff, and if you guessed a nickel and a guitar pick, you hit 2 out of the 12 things in the pocket.
That's
there.
So many things.
Let's hear from Woody. It's not only on the field, Bill, you brought up a good point. It's not only on the field, but what he provides to this young rotation. Let's hear from Woody.
Often, consistently?
Going in against those guys, I just watching them the previous night, they were pretty aggressive early. So I tried to, I just tried to get back to my game and establish the fastball early and move it around a little bit. And, I figured I was going to have to go to the breaking stuff a little bit more than usual, but I kind of held off on it a little bit and used it later in the game and just tried to read swings tonight. That was the biggest thing. So if they're not putting the heater in play, I tend to stay with it unless I'm throwing 89 and 90 right down the middle. Then those usually get hit in the stand. So, but yeah, it was a good night overall for sure.
Maybe you throw the fastball a lot. Have you ever thrown 30 straight without one breaking around?
Did I do that tonight?
That's what it was between the Diaz.
What about
changeup and then the exchange.
No cutters in there? Are you counting cutter at it? Okay.
No breaking, no
I don't know. I don't know if I ever have. The cutter kind of adds a new wrinkle to that, but yeah, I mean, look, I lean heavily on that pitch. It's always been my bread and butter my whole career, and since coming back from surgery, I still got some of that life to it. Just at a lesser velocity, which is okay. I mean, I just need to put it in good spots most of the time, and but yeah, I don't know if I've done that even previous years.
You asked you a bunch about, to pitch this game,
yeah,
or maybe pitching in Nashville tonight.
Yeah,
how vindicating is it to come out and pitch well and win?
I just if I was going to use bullets, I didn't want to use them in the minor leagues. I was recovering. I'd kind of mentioned that before. And I wanted to be here with the guys. It's a good feeling breaking camp and getting here and just being with everybody and it was just a good feeling for me. And I really wanted to do that. And, I with the pitch count I was at, if I couldn't get through 5 innings, then that's on me, as a pitcher. And, the game kind of dictated what happened tonight. I was going to go back out for the 6th, but some strain, we started having a longer inning and then, the replay and just a lot of pitch and change. So a lot of stuff kind of, changed in that inning, but physically I feel good. So, my goal is my one and only goal this year is being healthy and just being available. And, that's I would rather throw here than in Nashville. That was important for me.
And you would have been ready for the 6th. You had enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was good. I threw 78 pitches in Nashville last Wednesday, so that's probably a good gauge. The 80 to 85 mark was probably right around where I was going to be, but they were aggressive, so I really didn't pay attention to pitch count. I didn't take a look at it really, but I knew it was lower going into the 5th, and they made me work a little bit there in the 4th and 5th. But yeah, I was ready to go.
There he is, some of Brandon Woodruff from earlier in the night. That is fantastic, great. And he does sound great. Like you said, you heard him. He could have won another inning in his mind. However, I did notice the bullets comments, Tim, which makes me think that there's a soft number, at least in their head, of where they want Brandon Woodruff to be.
They can change it, but I'll bet it's in pencil. They do have a number of whether that's outings, whether that's days rest,
innings, something
innings
like
pitched,
that.
ups, whether who knows what it is. But what did he throw? 67 pitches in this one?
Yeah, it was pretty low count today.
And you just heard him talk about the extended inning in that bottom of the 5th inning, the replays, and then the pitching change and the scoring. And so, I expect then, I think one of the best things I heard out of him right there is, 80, 85 pitches. He's okay with that. You might see Brandon Woodruff go 6 soon. If he's efficient like he has been. He had to be told how many fastballs he was throwing and things like that. He reads hitters now. That's an art form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murph saying he's a pitcher. He pitches, right? I mean, just another dumb baseballism where it's like, he's not a thrower, he's a pitcher.
That's right. But it is so true when it comes to Woody right now. All right, that'll do it for the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show after this 6-2 victory. Series even at a game apiece, 12:40 first pitch, a matinee tomorrow, final game of the series on the line. Jacob Mizorowski against the former Brewer Drew Rasmussen. Ooh, that game could be about 2 hours and 3 minutes.
Oh, pitcher's duel, you're thinking, eh?
Whenever I say that, it's
going to be
11-8, 3.5 hour game.
In 3 innings. Yeah, like that's all going to happen in the first 3.
All right, so you guys, thank you for listening. We appreciate that. So we'll see you after the last pitch tomorrow as you make the switch to the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. We are powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. For Tommy Wortz, my name is Tim Allen. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. We had some fun, and we'll do it all again tomorrow afternoon. The leadoff show with Tommy Wortz gets you ready at 11:30 tomorrow morning, right?
Yes, sir. And 3:30, I guarantee you will be on the air with the post-game show.
Guaranteed at 3:30. Okay, we'll see you then. And remember, as always, smile, Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.